Welcome, fans, to Super Fire Pro World, the grand premiere on the 90s Kid YouTube channel. I am your host, Matthew Falvey, wrestling fan extraordinaire. Loved Fire Pro for the Super Nintendo. Was the first Japanese game I had ever played, and by Japanese I mean not released in North America, because of course most Nintendo games at the time were Japanese. Mario may look American, but that's what the Japanese thought Americans were: a fat plumber with a mustache who took mushrooms and delved down deep underground. Fire Pro Wrestling, for those who don't know, is a wrestling game all about timing. Two grapplers match up. When their hands touch, the one with the best timing will be the winner. It is not about pushing buttons fast. It is only about timing. Is it the best wrestling game ever made? Some say yes. I myself am more of a fan of the N64 games Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, and No Mercy. But today we'll be taking a look at Fire Pro's grand return to gaming and its debut on the PC. And I'm not talking about being played on emulators. So let's check out this, shall we? I put my suit on so I'd look like a goddamn wrestling announcer. Let's put them in. The coolest thing... Where should I put my big fat head? Maybe down here. The coolest thing about this being on Steam is that you have Create a Workshop, right? Create a bear. Build a bear. So people will do all the work for you. So that means I can go through and have Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, Starman from wrestling, pro wrestling on the NES. Brock Lesnar, you know, you can read. My favorite, Curt Hennig. So we're going to have Curt Hennig against his longtime nemesis. I don't want you guys, Daifugo, Sandblocks, Edward Joseph. I don't know who these people are. So we're going to have a dream match. Curt Hennig against CM Punk. This is a match I would always have wanted to see. Non-title match? We don't have any titles. Ring? Sure. This game is in pre-access, by the way. Early access, not pre-access. Let's do it. Entry finished. Except I'm not controlling any of them, so that's dumb. Curt Hennig walks out to the ring. Mr. Perfect. Yeah, that's right. Maybe I could go over here. Am I going to be able to change my controls in the match? Or am I going to have to exit out of it? CM Punk. He's the king of the world. The best in the world. It's clobbering time. CM Punk makes his return after being humiliated in the MMA world. Will he last longer than 90 seconds? Probably, because this is fake and that was real. Look at the way his pecs move. That looks like he just had a breast removed due to an unfortunate case of breast cancer. Alright, well, we can't have my face down here. That's where the timer is, but we can put it maybe here. Or up here. This seems to be a pretty unused portion. Wouldn't you say? I'd say so. Yeah, that'll actually work. This is where I go for my Final Fantasy 13 streams. But it looks like I'm facing away from the action. So what I'm going to do is just move it on the fly. That's right, I'm calling it in the ring. Just like that. And then I can go right here. That kind of makes sense. I liked it better the other way. CM Punk using his youthful exuberance to take out Mr. Perfect, to take him down early, to take him down hard. That's what he does. That's why he's one of the best ever to lace up the boots. I want to play. Controller settings. Oh yeah. Not gonna happen. We're gonna quit out of that and start again. Well, let's see. Now that we've seen that match, let's make it a little more interesting. Let's do a sweet-ass battle friggin' royal. Let's do that, shall we? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Let's go. Battle Royal first win, endless over the rope. Let's go over the rope. So it's kind of like a Royal Rumble. And we'll put in, of course, all of my favorite. We'll put in the Giant. You gotta have a big man in a battle royal. Everyone fears them. How are they gonna get them over the rope? It's gonna be impossible. Will they team up? We'll put in the Great Hulkster. Renew that rivalry. Let's put in... God damn it, I wish it defaulted to WWE, because I don't want to deal with this shit. The Undertaker. Oh boy, The Undertaker has looked fairly weak in his last big matches. It's probably a great idea that he retired. Brock Lesnar, the man to first defeat The Undertaker. Let's head on over next door to the red corners. We will put in... Let's put in a lady. But until... On the way, we have to put in The Rock. And I mean, now that we have The Rock, I feel like we have to have Austin. Let's put in the best. Giant, Hogan, Undertaker, Rock, Austin. Maybe a Bret Hart? I think so. Maybe a Shawn Michaels? Oh my god, we're running out of room here. But I would like to have a lady in there. I would like to put in maybe Charlotte Flair. Probably one of the best woman wrestlers of all time. Oh my god, I'm the Ultimate Warrior. We'll have to do a B list after. So let's start, we'll start off with the men. And we gotta put in Steve Austin. But we're still missing so many. We're missing Shawn Michaels. We're missing Sting. Oh, it's so difficult. But we're gonna have to go with that. And who will I control? Probably out of these ones, I like Bret Hart the best. We'll make him 1P. What kind of options can we do? Random select? Nope. Referee missed your judgment. Match rules. Single. Okay. Win condition. 3 count. Sure. Over the top rope. Why is that off? Okay. Time unlimited. Match is 1. CPU level. Let's make him 5. Speed 100. Rope on. For rope breaks? No way. No rules. DQ count on. No rules. Outside off. Gotcha. Win condition. 3 count. Sure. Let's do it. Let's wrestle. Let's get it on. That's from MMA. They don't say let's get it on in wrestling. Entry finished. Very Japanese way to say it. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. So, I like using the joystick to control. If you've never played this, it's all about pressing the button. You have a light, medium, and a strong. Right after they touch up. A little later than you would like to. Kind of like, ugh, as you hear the Bret Hart out-muscling The Undertaker. You'll never see that in real wrestling. You want to use this rest button here. You see how I'm just resting? I'm pressing left bumper for that. That's extremely important. Snapmare to Brock Lesnar. A snapmare to Steve Austin. He's snapmaring all over the place. Let's mute my stupid laptop. And you can use the right joystick to taunt. You don't want to use your medium or heady grapple buttons too early, otherwise you won't be able to get the move off. Brock Lesnar and Bret Hart tying up. Boy, that would be a real dream match. Bret Hart using his technical skills against a big man who's also a good wrestler. Bret Hart has always been able to deal with goodbye Ultimate Warrior. That's about as long as Ultimate Warrior could last in a match. Let's be honest. Jake the Snake Roberts had a great story about Ultimate Warrior. He said, with those big steroid guys, and I'm sure Jake the Snake, he used to do steroids, actually. Side note to that story, Jake the Snake, before he got his Jake the Snake character gimmick, had done a bunch of roids, was buff, was wearing a Speedo, looking good, and Vince McMahon said, what's that, he's out? He fell through the bottom. This is crazy. Bret Hart using his wiles. Anyways, Vince McMahon said, oh, well, the guy we're looking for is going to be lean, wear boots, and Andre the Giant fell on top of Bret Hart. You can't do that kind of move to the Andre the Giant. Bret, you're a little guy. No German suplex is going to take down that big man. Maybe Brock could, though. Anyways, so Vince McMahon told Jake the Snake Roberts, we're looking for a guy who's lean, wears long pants, and boots. And Jake the Snake didn't want to wear boots because it meant tying them up. Oh, and you're going to carry a snake around with you. So, let's get away from the ropes. So that's how he ended up being Jake the Snake. So he was doing steroids before that. Hard to believe Jake the Snake Roberts at one time did an illegal drug. I know. Hero to many. By the way, his documentary on Netflix is fabulous. I shed a tear, not afraid to admit it. Welcome, wrestling fans who've joined in. If you'd like to see any kind of match or any wrestler in the matches, please let me know. Bret Hart versus Hogan. Some say the match that was supposed to happen for WrestleMania, what would it have been? 9, I believe, or maybe 8. Probably 9. But Hogan did not want to do it. Hogan never liked facing against the smaller guys. He liked his formula of taking on the biggest wrestlers in the biz. He liked the monsters. It worked perfectly well with Andre the Giant. In WrestleMania 2, huge event. Sorry, WrestleMania 3, big event. The body slam heard around the world, even though several people had body slammed Andre the Giant before that. Oh, now we can get some bigger moves. It's all about these nearly bald, muscly men in tiny black pants. Bret Hart says, yeah, pink men do it better. Boom! I think 5 is probably too easy of a setting. We're going to have to crank it up a little more than this. Bret Hart comes in, clotheslines the big man. That's right. He taunts, but does Austin get up behind him? No, he does not. Bret Hart taking these guys apart, showing them that yes, it's still about wrestling. That's right. Are they weak enough to do a strong move? Sure. Bret Hart almost won a battle royal with a roll-up. Putting him to sleep, using those skills he learned in the dungeon back in Calgary. So what had happened was, they say Hogan didn't like to wrestle the small guys. He didn't want to have much... That was dumb. I just eliminated myself. Bret Hart is left. Bret Hart is left. He says I quit. He's had enough. He's walked out. And now it's down to Steve Austin and Brock Lesnar. 2 of the greatest competitors in WWE history. Perhaps in the world. Austin, a crossover star, rocketing the WWF at the time to fame, being the star of the Attitude Era before The Rock rose through the ranks and had a Clash of the Titans at WrestleMania 15, 17, and I believe at 19. That's right, odd-numbered WrestleManias tend to be the best ones. Oh, he only had 2.9 there, but he's cut open. Austin is bleeding. Just like at WrestleMania 13 when he bled all over the mat, refusing to submit to Bret Hart's sharpshooter, causing the crowd to fall in love with the badass and in turn hate Bret Hart for his cruelty at the end of the match. Will Austin win with a submission? We don't normally see that. Brock Lesnar sizing up. Austin picks up the big man. Look at the strength on this competitor. Austin will not die. Austin will not give up. He's dead. He's ragged. He's tired. But he keeps going. A tilt-a-whirl. Backbreaker. He says no way. Gets up behind him. What's he going to do? Some kind of stupid luchador move that someone who created him put in and was too lazy to put in a good move that Austin would actually do. There's no way in hell Austin would ever do that kind of move. Is he going for the Luthez press? No! A luchador hurricanrana, a Frankensteiner. Whoever made this Austin is a moron. Steam Workshop. Well, what are you doing letting this kind of shit through? Austin sizes him up again. Another stupid hurricanrana. Will he win with it? I hope he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Come on, Brock. Brock, please. You need to get rid of this luchador Austin. What's he gonna do? Not a DDT, no, another technical move. This is like watching the Ringmaster before he gained that name, Stone Cold. Austin goes after Brock, pulls him back into the ring, a master of the ring, another knee to the back. He's systematically working the big man down, using his newly found luchador moves that he probably learned. Oh my God, Austin has won. Austin's come back. Austin, the rattlesnake, with his luchador moves. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? He won with a Japanese leg roll clutch. What a stupid move for Austin to use. What a stupid move. That was dumb. All right, let's back it up a bit here. Let's put some of the other wrestlers we haven't seen in so far. We'll do like a 4-person, something special, like a barbed wire death match. That's right, sure. Something fun like that. Maybe we'll do like 4 people all against each other, and we'll show off some of the other wrestlers that we haven't seen yet. We didn't get much of a look at The Undertaker, but that's okay. We'll put in Kurt Angle. He's not really the most gruesome guy. Let's put in somebody more gruesome than Kurt Angle, like Braun Strowman. That's right. He's a strong gruesler guy. A gruesler. Not a wrestler, a gruesome wrestler. Zagrusela. How about, who else is a bastard? A fucking bear. That's who. We'll put in the bear. That's right, he's a goddamn bear. How about, Scott Steiner's a badass. Pepsi Man, Randy Savage. Oh yeah, Randy Savage. Of course he's a savage. We'll put in another wrestler. I'm thinking from Moscow, Russia. Fresh off of the greatest fighting tournament in the world, Zangief. 7 foot, 399 pounds. It's Zangief and Randy Savage teaming up against a bear. And probably, who did I put in there? Kurt Angle, unless I changed it. How about Super fucking Mario? 5'3", he's a little guy. We need somebody else on the bear and Strowman side, another huge vicious person. I feel like I should have put Zangief on that side, but this is what we have. Starman? Starman's too much of a nice guy. Who else do we have that's ridiculous? How about, AJ Styles and then Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair has teamed up with a bear and Braun Strowman. We need to switch these two, but that's okay. I'm going to control Mario. Super Mario. This looks like it's going to be 3 versus 3. Hopefully it's not a tag match. Win condition, time, explosion countdown. Excellent. Let's put them on level 6 and see if I can handle that. Tornadoes. So that means they'll all be in the ring at once, and you don't have to do any tagging, which we don't want to do. We just want to have it be crazy. So far, my thoughts on it. It feels exactly like a Fire Pro game. I feel like, oh my god. If you like Fire Pro games, this is Fire Pro. With the added benefit of the Steam Workshop. The bear! You can't, how can anyone get a move on the bear? Mario punching a bear in the face, but taking the big bear headlock. And a big bear throwdown! I love the bears wearing jeans. We don't want to have bear cock get in the way. Mario is bulging with muscles like we've never seen. What kind of mushrooms is this guy on? Maybe we should throw the bear into the barbed wire. Why is everyone not doing that? Oh, kicks him right in the head. About this game, they have a fantastic training section. Yeah! Suck on that, bear. Mario is vicious. But this bear reverses it. Super Mario has been exploded into the barbed wire. What are Mario's taunts? I am a number 1. I am a number 2. This is the greatest Mario taunt. Look at that. That is so perfect. Steam Creative Workshop. Excellent job. Mario versus Randy Savage. They're on the same team. Oh. I wonder if it's easier for them to reverse the Irish whips in this one, because Irish whips are so damn powerful. Oh, Mario with an excellent wrestling maneuver. I just would want Mario to do lots of strikes, right? And then some sort of like butt drop when they're on the ground. He needs a butt stomp of some kind. If you've never played this game, if you like Mario beating up a woman, but it's no normal woman, it's Charlotte Flair, one of the greatest athletes in the world today. If you love editing and messing around, Bravely Forward. Hey Dude 90, kid, pimp your stream by flipping your cam horizontally. It will create the illusion that you're actually watching the stream. That is fucking intelligent as hell. That is so smart. Let's do it. Flip it. Yeah. Properties. On my video capture device. Flip, flip, flip. Flip, flip, flip. You're a Bravely Stream upgrader. I'm going to say to him in the chat, you the man. You the man. Let's see here. Flip. Flip vertically. No, I don't want to do that. I got an idea. I'll just put it over here. I'll put it up here. There we go. All right. That should work. All right, we're watching the action now. Keep it up. I'll pop in sometimes. You have a lot of potential to become a boss streamer. Who is this guy? Bravely Forward. Going around YouTube, dropping in. He's like the angel of light, dropping in to see what's going on YouTube, handing out advice. Excellent advice. He then says, lol, and no problem with a smiley face. What a great guy. How often do you see that people on YouTube? Someone going around offering great advice. Never. Never in the history of YouTube has there been such a positive guy as Bravely Forward. He's so positive, I would think he must be a bot of some kind. That's what I think. When somebody comments on you and they say, I love you, here's my video about you. That's probably not a real lady. Bravely Forward says, haha, the angel of light. That's right, you are. I mean, I could have just said angel, but that sounds a little bit, I don't know. One guy calling another one angel. Sorry, one heterosexual man calling another one angel is not the way to go. Let's backtrack out of this situation that we're talking about. Thank you, Bravely Forward. I'm sure you have plenty of other things. You have other streams to go check out and offer great advice to. I bet you any second now Bravely Forward's going to say, by the way, if you'd like me to take your stream to the next level, just email and send a PayPal transfer of $19.99 for your first training session. I work with the best rising talents. I utilize their existing success and make them into champions. I cast Brave on them, like in Final Fantasy. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy 13 lately. Much better than you think, but we're not here to talk about Final Fantasy. We're here talking about wrestling. Can I tell you why I think that the N64 version of the wrestling games, Revenge, WrestleMania, and No Mercy, is better than Fire Pro? Silence is consent. I'll take that as a yes. This is why. Even though the timing system in Fire Pro is amazing, and they nail a lot of the authenticity of wrestling, and it is a very deep playground for people who want to create basically anything. What it has against it is that there's no way to create an advantage. In the N64 versions, what you could do is you could set people up in a way that you could get them into a grapple, and then you had total control. They could reverse it here and there, but you were able to actually get an advantage. Like right there, I came up behind Strowman, but it's all about who has, who is best at timing every time. So you can't really get that momentum on people because it just kind of becomes this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Whereas real wrestling, people take control of the match for a while, and then they lose control of the match for a while. And that is what I think this game is missing. Vic Plaza says, this game is worth to buy. That reminds me of my favorite, one of my favorite YouTubers, this British guy. His name is Worth a Buy. What did Bravely Forward say? I just know how it feels to be a streamer with low views, but really high quality. I feel with you 100%, man. Hey, that's right! You know what I feel like? I feel like I'm just gonna make all of this stuff, all these streams, all these videos, and then one day, when I'm dead, someone's gonna come back and be like, oh, look at this! There's 1,000 videos here that are pretty good. If only I found this guy when he was alive. Like the girl who wrote Pride and Prejudice, died broke, Jane Austen. Living in her parents, probably in the attic. They put her up in the attic. Because if you weren't married when you were 20, you were an old spinster back then. And she just wrote, and now they study her stuff in schools. And could you imagine that? Being so revered now. And at the time, they're like, oh my god. What does she do? Sit up there and write all day? She doesn't even have a husband to churn butter for? That's the funny thing about life. So Vic Plaza had said this game is worth to buy. Is it worth a buy? Is it worth a buy? You read the words of the developer. Alright guys. Super Fire Pro, is it? Well, it's not as good as it was in the FPS days of the 90s when he used to own a cafe. But, It's pretty good. If you like Fire, this is like the Crash Bandicoot Remastered. If you wanted Fire Pro on PC, you got it. They nailed it. But I wish it would be a little different in a way. You know, add another wrinkle. Oh, it's whoever got the first pin. Who won? I have no idea. Bravely Forward says, I think if we stream consistently every day for 1 to 3 months, we'll start to see exponential growth. Bravely Forward says, haha, yes, dude, that is a good mindset. Well, we won. Who got the win? Zangief pinned Charlotte Flair. Is that fair? Probably didn't. This is pretty strange music. Well, let's check out some of the other matches on here. You know what I think the key is, and I don't know a lot about streaming, is just to be consistent. Yeah, really that's what it's all about. You just want to set up a schedule and keep doing it, whatever you do. Bravely Forward says, also, you just meet really cool people in streaming. That's true. I find that I've been streaming some Final Fantasy 13. That was the first game I started streaming, just like last week. And I met some fucking fabulous people. The funny thing is that I wasn't streaming before because I thought, oh, maybe I'll get stuck and in a match, and then it won't, not in a match, in a game, and it won't be that fun for people to watch. But when I was on the stream, you actually have all these people helping you. So, oh, it's amazing. Let's have a tournament to see who is the best. But I want to control all of them, so I don't want to do a tournament. Bravely says, but by watching you, I think I noticed how to improve my stream. I also talk too much. I see how it can scare viewers away now. Talking too much? Yeah, maybe talking to people can be too much. You know, if like as soon as they come in, you go, hey, be my friend. But I don't know. When I was doing a bunch of these, just the videos, like the Let's Play videos, and I would do them without, let's do another over the rope one. I would do them without any feedback, you know? No, we gotta change all these people. And then I finally had somebody leave a comment after I noticed I was putting up this same series, and every time I'd put it up, 9 people would watch it. And that's obviously not thousands of people, but it was 9 people who always watched it. And I said, thank you, leave a comment if there's anything you want to see different. And one person did, Chris Samel Tayag, from the Philippines, I believe. And she said, I like that you talk all the time. And I thought, great, I'm gonna fucking talk all the time then. Because if not, I don't know, what's the point? Just watch it with no commentary. You know, I think that's the fun thing about streams, is that if you are bored and you want somebody to hang out with, you have somebody on the stream to hang out with, you know? Because the internet age is kind of a lonely age in a way. With social media, it's like we're connected to people, but in a way we're not. Oh, this is going to be a battle of the new ones. A battle of new and old. The Rock. I think we need to give The Rock another chance to be in here. Bret Hart, sure. Ultimate Warrior, Steve Austin. We can change out Steve Austin. Bradley Ford says, dude, your green screen looks so boss. Yeah, you know what it's all about? Is lighting. I bought this $1 green screen stuff. I don't want to put Charlotte in again. Oh, AJ Styles. That's what we're going to put in. I'm going to test out AJ Styles. Sorry, Brett. You were one of my old favorites, but now I want AJ Styles. Yeah, I bought $1 lime green paper, and then I taped it on my wall. And then I lit it really, really well. Lots of lights. Actually, no, 1 lamp and a room light. And then I have 3 other lamps in front of me, and I put LED bulbs so it doesn't burn very hot. And then I covered them with just paper and tape. And so, you know, you have the lamps like this, right? And then in OBS, what you can do is you can, instead of going chroma key, you go color key. And then you actually choose the color in the picture when you have all your lighting set up. And then it works really, really well, I think. The hardest thing to have the green screen against is light colors, because sometimes you'll see like an edge. But yeah, all it is lots of lighting. And then doing that color key. And even lighting. And you can just get LED bulbs and put regular paper right over them. And just get a bunch of like cheap lamps. You don't have to get like a crazy lighting kit. You don't have to buy a green screen kit. And I would go for the paper because it doesn't have wrinkles. So he was saying, oh my god, the $1 green screen stuff I threw out last week. Haha, I bought 100% cotton, now it's a life changer. So you're using like a cotton, like a sheet? Like a sheet that's coming down? That's cool. AJ Styles, look at his hair. His hair looks immaculate. What I like about the stream is that you meet more people that way. Because, you know, if you put videos up, your subscribers are going to see it. But I think YouTube is really trying to compete with Twitch right now, and good luck with that. So they tend to promote a lot of the streams. So when people are just browsing for shit... Oh my god, they nailed his... That looks so good. His head looks a little bit like he's got dwarfism, but that's okay. You stupid computer players. Bravely Ford says, no, it's a real green screen. Okay. Does it look better than my $1 one? Well, I actually spent $10 on all of them. And then I had to buy some tape. But yeah, I find it's all about lighting. Oh my god, Starman looks so good. Although the star's coming off of his head, which I don't think it did in the NES version. My first wrestling game. Bravely Ford, I know how much work flows into this, especially the mic settings. Oh, yeah. You know, I mean, if you get like the Blue Yeti is so good. I have a $500 Shure SM7 microphone. This one. Which is my dream mic. I always wanted. And then I got it, and I realized you need to have like an extra thing for your interface so that it's loud enough. And, you got to be kind of like right on it all the time, and I went back to the Blue Yeti because it's so fucking easy. And usually you're compressing so much into YouTube, and you're streaming, you're compressing your sound as well. So it's, oh my god, it still says I'm playing Final Fantasy 13. God damn it! So people are probably coming out here going, oh great, I'll watch some of that. Fire Pro World. Fire Pro Wrestling World. Okay. Where's the save button on here? Alright, I tried to change that. It's AJ Styles versus Wolf Hawkfield. How will AJ... AJ is the best wrestler in the world against actual humans. But how will he deal against a video game wrestler? A video game wrestler with experience since Sega's Virtua Fighter... breathed probably the last great thing you could get on a Sega console, Virtua Fighter. Ooh, but they're amazing. You know, I miss Sega having hardware because they made such amazing arcade ports. If you wanted to play like Marvel vs. Capcom, Street Fighter Third Strike, that kind of stuff. I mean, Dreamcast was so good for that, but the thing couldn't play DVDs like the PS2, so it was done for. Let's see here. What can we get off media moves? Yes, we can. Bravely Ford says, yeah, I got a really good mic for 100 bucks. Dude, the Shure is so good, I think Michael Jackson used it one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He used it on the Thriller album. And James Hetfield from Metallica uses it. It's really great for like doing a kick drum, bass cabinet. It's good at taking loud sources. I like it because it's very smooth. And sometimes I have a tendency of kind of going into this nasal register here when I'm talking and I'm excited. But I try to stay more like bassy in my voice. But I just think the Blue Yeti's always works. It's got the monitor built into it. It's sensitive enough to pick up everything in a room. Like if you want to bring a guest onto your podcast or something, it's in the room with you. It's super easy. Oh my god, they have all of his moves. See, that was the cool thing about Fire Pro is when they first were making the Fire Pro games, they would have oh my god, a brainbuster. A brainbuster suplex. Do they have his finisher on here? Oh! Wolf Hawkfield reverses AJ Styles' finisher! The wily wrestling veteran pulls off the win. Oh my god! What a finish! What a finish! I don't remember what we were talking about at all. With microphones, that was fucking amazing. That was a big one. We'll do another Battle Royale. But this time we'll do it... should we do a random select? Okay. It doesn't seem to be changing them at all. Yeah, it's not going to change them, is it? I'll have to. Bravely Ford says, I swear to God, my friend makes me these legendary thumbnails. Literally the best thumbnails on YouTube. I can't believe it. Oh, cool. Does he... He should set up like a... I mean, depending on how long it takes him to make them, he should sell them on Fiverr or like $5 or whatever, $1. Or just kind of like set up a thing with people. Because thumbnails are pretty important. Let's have... I feel like we've used most of these guys now. No, we already had Brock in one of these Battle Royals. We'll take him out and put someone else in. Yeah, thumbnails are super important. I don't know. Sometimes I'm torn between like all the things you're supposed to do on YouTube and then just the authenticity of being yourself, where I really hate that stuff. I don't like... I find like the ones I listen to the most, I love YouTubers that get around 100,000 subscribers. Those ones tend to be up my alley. They're a little... They usually do the more deeper stuff. And we'll keep Alexa Bliss in because she's awesome and hot. We'll keep Roman Reigns in because he's the heel everybody hates. We'll keep Rocky, Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior, and AJ. Let's make this one where you have to pin people, though. That's what we'll do. We'll go normal. Just a normal battle royal. Fantastic. Yeah, this will be great. And I'm gonna be... I'll see what they've done with this Alexa Bliss. Bradley Ford says, anyways, dude, I have no idea how I even came to your stream, but keep it up. I want to see you on 1K subs by the end of September. Lego. Yeah, that'd be great, hey? See you, man. Good luck with you. I'll come check out your channel. Thanks for popping by and giving me your thoughts. Really appreciate it. Have a good one. All right, I'm Curt Hennig, up at the top. No, don't fight Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss wants a piece of Curt Hennig. Can you blame her? The ladies love Hennig. I loved Curt Hennig when I was a little kid. I didn't know I was such a smart mark. I just loved the way he moved in the ring, the way he sold, that arrogant attitude. He's the greatest. I don't think he ever had what it takes to be the top #1 guy, but you know, not everybody needs to be the top #1 guy. I'll put you in my list of recommended channels. Hey, thanks very much. I didn't even think of doing that, actually. I'll check out your channel, and, you know, as long as you don't have any, like, Nazi propaganda in there or anything, then I will, I'll talk to my boss, Lachlan, the original 90s kid who runs the whole site and channel, and if he approves, we'll do it. On the channel page, the thingy, you'll see. Cool, man. Will do. Curt Hennig getting stomped by the Phenomenal One. AJ Styles showing him that maybe wrestling has moved on. Maybe Curt Hennig's old school tactics are not working. God, this looks so much like WrestleFest. They really look like WrestleFest sprites, but just a little less exaggerated. Cool, thanks Bravely Ford. Really appreciate it. I would love to change my stream so it didn't say Final Fantasy 13. But I think I might have to stop the stream to do it, and there's no way in hell I'm doing that now. We're streaming what right now? 39 minutes of this. So we could switch over to something else. Hey, howdy everybody in the stream. If there's anything you want to see in this game, let me know. If you'd like to see a different game, we got a bunch more. But let's check out everything we can in this game first. If you haven't played this game, the training mode, the missions, are really, really great at teaching you the timing. The very first thing they teach you is the timing, and then they tell you whether you're going too soon or too late or right on time. And I was actually going too soon, even though I thought I was a Fire Pro veteran. I've played this since the Super Nintendo. I love the PS2 version. I even bought it for PS3 again, the PS2 version. And I love the series. But, yeah, I was having big problems with the timing, going way too early. But they actually have an audible sound effect after they come together. What is this idiot doing? So you just... I mean, it'll be different for everybody, but for me the timing was go later than usual. I don't know how the timing works when they get into that striking combination, whether you just tap fast or whether you, if that's somebody's move. I'll have to go into the editing and see what that is, if that's like a test of strength, a test of timing, or if it's just a sort of like a moving animation. But yeah, please let me know if you want to see like single player matches, if you want to see some of the players, sort of the wrestlers that come with the game, which I think this game's all about, you know, the creative wrestling and putting in who you want and having crazy matchups like a Bear versus Charlotte Flair, and setting up, you know, your own leagues and stuff. That's what I would like to see, is if you could set up your own sort of storyline, having your own promotion, your own stable, setting up different pay-per-views, and letting you write those storylines, and then you could put on your own wrestling show. Because there's actually, you wouldn't believe it, but there's like people who will watch this stuff, where it's a league, and you have a show each week, and there's storylines and characters, and they're doing promos. Oh, I'm resting up here, biding my time. Did I think the sprites were going to look a little bit better than this? I mean, they look great, and these are the creative ones. So they definitely put in enough that people on day one were able to make fantastic creations. So just imagine what it's going to be like a year down the road with this. I mean, it looks like a Fire Pro game. It looks pretty much exactly like the PS2 version, if I'm remembering correctly. Sometimes you have those nostalgia glasses, and if I went back, it might actually look a lot uglier. I mean, it's in HD. It's basically an HD remaster of Fire Pro Returns, which is a great Fire Pro. This is still in early access, so they're going to be adding some more things, more wrestlers, more modes, and apparently they are looking to the community for suggestions. So get on that. Oh, beautiful swinging neckbreaker from Curt Hennig, excellently executed. Hennig just taking the punches straight to him. Let's do it. Let's line up Alexa Bliss. Oh, she's too crafty for that. And let's just punch her right in the face. You just know this is... I'm going to line up Alexa Bliss, start punching her in the face, and that's when you're going to have like some social justice where come up and be like, and these gamers are just punching women? When is it going to end? Who is talking about that? Ashley Judd was saying that women in video games are getting killed and beaten. It needs to stop. And I was thinking, I can't remember the last time I killed a woman in a video game, but I'd say 99% of the people that I've killed in video games have all been men. When's that gonna stop? When's Bayonetta gonna stop the sexism with all the men that she brutally murders? You know what I'm talking about? So we'll probably do this one up until the hour mark, and then I'm going to switch over and start streaming another game. And then probably around 1 p.m. today, we're going to be doing Final Fantasy 13. I hope that this changes the title. I would really like that to change. But I don't think I can, because we're already in it. But the title of the stream says Fire Pro Wrestling. So that's all I really care about at this point. Slam bam. Curt Hennig taking people down. Oh, rolling up Ultimate Warrior for a big package. How do you like that, Warrior? You don't know how to wrestle. You can't wrestle. There was a story I started to tell earlier about Jake the Snake Roberts and Ultimate Warrior, and he said, these steroid guys, what you do is you go up easy for them the first time. So what that means in wrestling is that when somebody does a body slam, it's all about the person getting slammed needs to make themselves light. That was fucking cool. Pepsi Man with a spinning 1080. What do you call that? Screwdriver, I guess. Oh, Curt Hennig tries to take advantage of Pepsi Man's run. Pepsi Man not quick enough to deal with Curt Hennig. Curt Hennig, the technical mastermind. Sadly, another dead wrestler, Curt Hennig. So, what Jake the Snake Roberts was saying about the Ultimate Warrior is like, you go up easy for them the first couple times, And then you just make it slowly heavier and heavier so that they think they're just getting tired. And then he says they're as weak as a kitten and you can just drag them around the ring and do whatever you want. And that's what Ultimate Warrior was. He would run down to the ring. It was very exciting, but he would be tired because he wasn't a cardio guy. He was just about getting as big as possible and looking strong and not actually being very athletic. Curt Hennig versus Roman Reigns. You know who would win that match. There would be no question about it. 8. The production of this game, great. Is, you know, as much as, oh, look how slow Roman Reigns was. It's like the people that made him don't like Roman Reigns. He is pretty fast for a big guy. Who's still, oh, they came at the count of 17. Curt Hennig uses a technical roll-up to take care of Roman Reigns. How about wrestling lately? I watch SmackDown. I do reviews of SmackDown every week on a90skid.com. And I am getting really tired of the lazy booking they do. What they do is they have a feud set up and then for the pay-per-view. And then they just have those wrestlers wrestle each other in mixed tag matches, six-person tag matches, and it's really fucking boring. And then it'll have, like, say it's the Hardy Boys and another tag team are going to feud with each other. They'll just have one from each team go against each other. And what it does is instead of it building the feud, you just get these boring matches that are usually short and have a commercial right in the middle of them. And then you're kind of tired of seeing them wrestle. You don't want to see them wrestle. What they should do is, let's say you've got Roman Reigns leading up to face Braun Strowman or something at the next pay-per-view. Have Braun Strowman just come out and beat the hell out of somebody else. Some jobber. Have him just crush him and look terrifying. Have Roman Reigns overcome some kind of heel and look good. Have Roman Reigns save people. Keep them apart so people can't wait to see them get together at the pay-per-view. Make that a rare thing, but in the meantime, showcase their skills. It's so simple, but they just don't do it. They have this big writing staff, so that means that everybody sounds the same because they're not allowed to really have their own personality. And it's just getting so formulaic. And usually the part of the year after WrestleMania is pretty bad, but I would say this has gone on for quite a while. SmackDown had some good runs. Right now, the best thing about SmackDown is the women's division. Because the women, WWE just puts all of them together. They have the whole, they don't have two separate storylines going on. They just have one woman's storyline and every woman is involved. And while I don't like that so much, I think it's better than the alternative of just having two of them in a feud and the rest doing nothing. So at least we see them all. The women are actually developing different personalities. They are developing a deeper storyline, and I think they're doing great things. They're getting huge chemistry because they work together every single night, all 6 of them, the main ones, and really shows. Classic matchup with Hennig and Bret Hart. That's kind of a flaw in the game. I think if there's a pin and somebody out, the pin should take precedence, don't you? Oh, bridge German suplex for the pin. Oh, Bret Hart not weak enough for Hennig to put on that finisher just yet. Stop doing a stupid roll-up. It worked! What am I talking about? Pepsi Man versus Curt Hennig. Come on, Pep. And how about the AI on Pepsi Man going after somebody? He's so pissed at Bret Hart. Figure 4 leg lock. Totally a move Mr. Perfect would do. Great editing. He was going for the kitchen sink, I believe. Oh, you just have to hold it. That's right, baby. Curt Hennig resting up. What kind of moves has Curt Hennig got? Curt Hennig's my favorite, so what I usually do is try to have a lot of really high-impact moves that are fun and kind of athletic. And maybe they're not the moves that he would normally do, but they just are more fun to do. I would never have a roll-up as a move. That's so stupid. Will he run up the... No one gets out of the perfect plex. No one. That's Mr. Perfect. All right. Thoughts on this game? If you are looking for a new Fire Pro game, this is great. This is a great remaster of Fire Pro. This is still in early access. It's great. The Steam Workshop means you have access to tons of carefully created and edited wrestlers. this is, it's just Fire Pro Remastered. And they're going to keep adding to it. The devs say they're open to new ideas. I would like to see it evolved a little bit more, because I think that there needs to be some sort of element to the grappling system to make it a little bit more like the N64 version, where there is a way to actually get an advantage over people. And I think that that's the one flaw in the system, is that it ends up always just being who has the best timing. And there's really no other way to get around that. And that is what Fire Pro is all about, timing. But I just wish there was a way to sort of get a bit more of that wrestling flow into it. But perhaps that would make it a different game, and people that like Fire Pro would say, screw that, this isn't what we wanted. So if you wanted a Fire Pro game, this is great. And I think it's only $20 right now, which is a pretty great deal. It's going to be very fully featured. There's going to be thousands of wrestlers on the Steam Workshop. There's already hilarious ones like a bear in jean shorts, Wolf Hockfield from Virtua Fighter, Mario and Luigi, Homer Simpson, as well as all the WWE great modern wrestlers you'd want, all the classics that you would want. And we're only like 4 days in. So thanks to Matthew Hayes from Comic Book Gaming, comicbook.com/gaming, formerly WWG. He's a fantastic writer. He used to be on a 90s Kid. We do podcasts every once in a while. Check him out. He hooked us up with a key to play this game. So bye for now. I'm going to be streaming something else. I'm not sure what it's going to be. And we're going to be doing Final Fantasy 13 around 1 p.m. So thanks for watching. Share it with somebody you think might like it. It really helps out. And bye for now.